Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Clone Wars Season 2, Episode 22. So, last episode, we had the kind of following R2 a lot with the ship crashing and everything. They got trapped under some debris, Anakin and all that. Anakin and Mace Windu. Couldn't think of the name for a second, sorry. We had the bounty hunters coming in to try to confirm the death of Windu. I guess the helmet is what caused the explosion, not the ship crash. I'm sorry. The ship crashed, then they had a helmet trap in there that then exploded, then they got trapped into the rubble, then R2 went on his little journey, which was really fun to watch. But they still are trying to confirm... Well, they chased R2 while he got away, right? So I'm not sure what the bounty hunters are going to do now. They have the Captain Killian, I think the name is, and two clones with him as captives, so they're probably going to do something to try to get Mace Windu killed or some kind of exchange or I don't know. So I guess we'll see what happens. So we're going to start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Bum, 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 bum. Revenge is a confession of pain. Interesting for an episode with Boba Fett. That's the episode title. I did accidentally see the episode title again. Lethal Trackdown. I just like that he just yelled it. Mentor, okay. I was wondering what their relationship was, but it's actually a, mentor relationship. It's not just work, you know? Oh, were they just planning on selling them to the Separatists? Is that what they were just saying? Oh. This is what's not sitting well. He didn't want to hurt people. Excuse me. Oh, her fingers. Okay, no. They're gonna use them for something. Sorry, I spaced out on what the narrator in the beginning was saying. Anakin's way of saying son. The Jedi let things go. Damn. Oh, yep, there it is. So what are their demands gonna be? Or... Damn. He doesn't want to do it. So he did have a name, he just didn't give it. Didn't want to give them the satisfaction. He gave his number instead of his name. Yeah. Oh, okay. Really? But if you don't hold up the end that they want... Oh, and then they just eject them. Rest in peace, Bonds. Well, nice that she took the kid in, but not nice that she's manipulating him. She has something coming out of her head. Is it like an antenna, but only like one? What is that thing? Is that just part of her body? Uh-oh. Florum. Doesn't sound familiar, but why do I have a feeling since she didn't say a name, she said an old friend that we're gonna recognize the person? He makes it sound so obvious. But I know what she was trying to say. Head to where he was, see if you can track him from there. Yeah. Okay. The way he said that was so cool. The underworld. So maybe they'll run into them here? I don't know if this is... I don't even think this is the same planet, though, right? They're on, This is still Coruscant or something, right? I think? And they were going to Ferrum? Something like that. That was ominous. What was that about? Kind of a cool place, though. Kind of seemed like it was being represented as... Is this, like, underground, like, inside the planet? Like, under the surface level? It's kind of crazy. Yeah, so they came here. This is definitely not where they are, so... Won't run into them yet. Oh, it's gonna be Hondo. This name crossed my mind, but I didn't say it. Damn it. This guy. Ooh, my darling. Ooh. Hondo's got himself a side piece. So I guess this guy's kind of okay, but I'm still gonna pout. Talking shit. Interesting. I should have said something too. His name crossed my mind when she said we're gonna go like meet a friend, but I was like, out of all the bounty hunters in the world, there's no way it's gonna be the one that, like, one of the very few we know in the show, but it is. Hondo gets around, man. That's his name, right? Pretty sure it is. Is he gonna make a move? No liquor for you. Oh. Oh. Wow. Amplifies the audio from a distance or something? He's selling them out, isn't he? Well, you could have lived there, buddy. Scrape him off the floor. Huh. Man, I want to learn more about Boba Fett. Ugh. The butthole face aliens. Sorry. Whoa, look at this guy. Oh, he has like an eye on the top of his head. On like the on either side. What the heck? What a design. I was talking to my friends earlier saying I can't wait to watch Ahsoka. Nice. We're seeing a lot of like honing in on voices with what happened with Castus and now this too. It's cool. Ah. Hmm. Man, this is convenient. Oh shit. Careful. Careful. Don't keep backing up. Yep. God damn it. Don't lightsaber. No lightsaber. Oh. Oh shit, he did it. Oh, everyone get the money! We want money! Yeah! She just tossed a bunch of money. Shouldn't have kept backing up. Alright. Nice. Man. With this being the last episode of Season 2, we have a lot to wrap up, I feel like. Well, you're gonna be thoroughly disappointed. Correct. Alright. That's really cool. I wonder what the purpose of it going vertical when they're, like, in space and stuff versus horizontal. Like, why not just stay horizontal? Other than just being cool. Yeah. He said I won't hinder you. But then he says that. But I mean, I guess it's the truth anyway, right? I mean, it's not like telling them they're in the bar when he's leading them into the bar is gonna really change anything. You're not Windu. Yep. Kill one of them. Oh, okay. Oh, shit! So, was that an antenna for a radio, then, that was on her head? Or did she just cut off part of her body? Hmm. Uh-oh. What do they got going? Does it shoot out? What is that? Oh, shit. Nice! Man, did he know? Jeez. Oh my god. Damn the kindness of the Jedi, not just killing her. Oh! She ain't staying. He's gonna leave his ass. Yep. That voice acting could have been better, but I don't care. It doesn't bother me. It was like, Aura, don't leave me. No. It's fine though. I don't care. I was just pointing it out so you guys know that I noticed, but really doesn't. I don't care. Same way that I wasn't bothered by the young Anakin actor. He was an honorable man. According to Hondo. Nope, alright. She's gonna... Yep. Crap! That's what I was thinking. Now she's just gonna head there too. Yeah. They're both gonna head there. Oh shit! Nice. Yeah, and here comes Aura. Jeez! Ahsoka, what are you doing? Can't you start cutting things? I would have just started cutting things. Like that joint in front of her. Yeah, that thing. I would have just cut it. See what happened? Yep, exactly. Oh shit, that's badass. Hey! Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, shit, shit. Damn, that's so cool that they can fall so far and just be fine. Well. Guess that ship is no longer a thing. Okay, that's cool. That could be a reason why it goes vertical for that kind of parking. I don't know if there's a reason to design a whole ship just for one parking dock, but there could be other ones that are like that. Alright, we wrapped it up. Man, like halfway through that episode, I was like, we have a lot to finish off, but then it was like, yep, we're done. That's it, guys, for episode 22. Alright, I'm kind of curious. I wonder if I can look it up without spoiling myself on other things. Let's see. I'm gonna try not to spoil myself. Wow, really? Boba Fett appears in Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and A New Hope? He was in all three? Wow, why don't I remember him? What role did he play? Man. I don't want to read, like, the wiki because I'm scared I'm going to get spoiled on other stuff, but... Oh, he was the one that got dropped in the Sarlacc. Okay, I do remember the Sarlacc pit stuff. I do remember that. Yep, that's right. I remember that whole fight now. I'm sorry, guys. I'm stupid. Alright, Alright, well, I guess that's sort of spoilers, but it does say that he survives the Sarlacc pit. So, I mean, I guess I kind of spoiled myself a little bit, but I didn't remember that he was in the Sarlacc pit to begin with, so I guess whatever. It's so hard to find information. So, what parts did he play in the other two movies? Because I remember the one moment, like I remember like the whole like traveling or the whole Sarlacc pit moment, and because I now remember him like jetpacking around that whole thing and then falling in and all that. I remember that. So, but it says he was in all three movies. So, what role did he play in the other two? Like, what were there any like significant fights that happened with him, or was it like did he just appear every now and then? Like, was there anything big that happened? I was just curious because like, so Boba here, he's young, he's still, you know, growing up. He was influenced by Aura a little bit, but he still had his innocence, and he was still wanting to do good. Like, the only one he wanted to hurt was Mace Windu for hurting his dad. Everyone else he wanted to try to save. He didn't like doing what he did to the kids back there in a couple episodes ago. And then he didn't want to hurt the captain and the clones here and all that. Like, he just... And even when he was, like, standing behind Plo Koon, he didn't want to shoot him either. So, It's interesting that he goes from that to being like a bounty hunter, but I don't remember enough about what he was like to know if he was like a very murderous bounty hunter, or does he try to just take people in alive, right? Like, because you can be a bounty hunter and not just be a straight up evil murderer, right? Like, there's different levels of bounty hunters. Even people say here, like, you can see a lot of people don't want to work with Aura Singh because she's more ruthless. She doesn't like care too much about the people she's working with. She does dangerous jobs. Like, he could be a kind of decent person but still a bounty hunter, right? I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe just in the events of growing up he hardens and becomes more ruthless and doesn't care about killing as much anymore. But I liked seeing the innocence in him here, and it'll be interesting if we see him more as he's growing up, as we're going through the Star Wars media and everything that portrays him. It could be interesting to see him slowly becoming more ruthless and maybe seeing what kind of turns him, right? So, but I apologize for me just not remembering things. I have a terrible memory. Like, as soon as things get, like, 9 months to a year from the last time I've seen it, unless it's something I've seen, like, repeatedly, it's like, I don't know. It's one of those things where you can only remember so much, and some things get replaced depending on importance to you. And I'm not saying Star Wars isn't important to me, but I watch so many shows and everything for the channel, and I try to remember, like, a lot of the stuff that happens for a lot of the shows that I'm watching. And I try to remember, like, the sequels and everything, and, like, new things coming, and, like, I don't know, it's just so many different things to remember in this world. Plus, you know, all the stuff I do outside of reactions and all that, too, that involve remembering things. It's just, I didn't do a good job of remembering this one. I should probably watch the first 6 movies again. This time I can just do it casually in my own time, just run it back on my other monitor or something while I'm playing a game. Maybe I'll do that here soon, just to give myself another refresher. So, which, it's nice that I've done my reaction to them now and everything, which means I can just go back and watch them. I don't have to, like, try and plan a time to sit back and record them and talk about it after and all that. I can do it more casually and pause halfway through if I need to or whatnot. But yeah, Aura Singh seems to be a bad influence on him, so I'm kind of glad she's out of the picture. We don't know if she's dead or alive, right? She, like, we saw it go crash behind a mountain. We didn't have any kind of confirmation, so I think it's very likely that she could have survived. She could have, like, jumped out last minute and rolled and tumbled and maybe hurt herself or something, but it's very possible she survived that. But I guess if we never see her again, she's probably dead. So I also don't know. We've seen her in the movies, but I can't remember which movie it was in. I think I was told that, right? Once again, another aspect of my memory being terrible. Let me check again. Yeah, so Aura was in a blink and you'll miss it moment in episode 1 during the pod race. So episode 1 during the pod race would have been the past, right? That would have been young Anakin. Right? I am so bad with the movies. I don't know why I have such a hard time remembering what order they were in, right? Like, why do I struggle so hard with that? I can never remember which ones are the prequels and which ones are the official. I think 1, 2, 3 were the prequels, right? Let's see, episode 1. Obi-Wan young. Anakin. Yeah. I have a note that just says Yoda's hair in my notes. Yes, 4, 5, and 6, story of Vader to Luke in 4. So 4, 5, 6 is the Luke stuff. That's the future stuff. 1, 2, 3 is the prequels. I don't know why, for some reason, like, because 4, 5, 6 came out first and then 1, 2, 3 came out after, I then think, sometimes I reverse the order in my head, thinking that 4, 5, 6 is the past stuff, and then 1, 2, 3 is the, like, the Luke stuff, and then, like, my mind gets all confused, and then I work it out, and I figure it out in my head, and then by the time I need to think of it again, I have already forgotten which way it was, and then I have to go through the whole freaking problem in my head again. So I apologize for that, guys. I am so terrible with these movies. I need to get better. I am very much ashamed of myself. But yeah, so I just need to try to remember that their numerical order is the order that it was in. So 1, 2, 3 is young Anakin, all that. So yeah, episode 1 pod race is gonna be in the past, which means that we don't know. I was gonna say, like, do I have confirmation from what I was told by one of my viewers that that Aura is still alive, you know? But no, that was in the past, so we still don't have any idea. So, okay. I embarrass myself every time I try to think of that shit. But it's fine. Rest in peace, Pons. He died. He was the first clone that was executed. Props to him, though. Badass. He gave his number CT411. You know, rather than... I just realized the CT probably stands for Clone Trooper. But anyway, probably should have noticed that before. But badass that he gave that instead of giving his name, even though he had one, because Anakin knew that it was Pons. Do you think if they like have their armor off and they're just like still that same generic clone look, like, you know how people can, like, some people can tell identical twins apart, like their parents and stuff like that can usually tell identical twins apart. Do you think that Anakin would have recognized Pons if it wasn't for giving his number and, like, the armor he had on, right? Because obviously I know some of them change the color of their hair or buzz cut it or have different designs for their hair or facial hair. Some of them have scars and stuff like that. So some of them there's, like, facial features to identify, but if they're just, like, the base clone look, I wonder if they can tell them apart aside from any kind of, like, special markings on their armor, or if they have to just, like, give their number. I imagine they can tell they're more immediate ones, you know? Like they're, you know how we have like Rex and some of them have their like right-hand clones that are like working right alongside them. But yeah, I don't know. I just wonder if he recognized pawns because of the number, because of like his appearance or whatnot. But anyway, yeah. I mean, I really like this. I like seeing Boba Fett's like, not just being kill happy and murderous. Like, yes, he wants to kill Mace Windu for what happened to his father, but it doesn't mean that he's going to kill everyone in his way to get there. And that shows that there's still a little bit of good in him. It does stink that we know that he does end up being a bounty hunter. I really want to see more Boba Fett scenes now that we're seeing this, because I feel like his character is going to be way more compelling and rememberable for me now that I'm seeing him when he's younger, and then seeing him when he's older. I'm curious to, like I said, rewatch some of those movies, see what he does in there, see if he's, like, just pure murderous, and that's going to make me really curious as to what happened in between, what made him more cold-blooded, right, than he is now. And honestly, that's wherever they're sending him, that might be a failure on the Jedi and the Republic's part. Like, whatever happens to him, they should have been able to, like, wherever he gets sent should be a place to rehabilitate this kid, not make him worse. So it's possible that, we don't know. I don't know the story. Maybe he somehow escapes, or maybe wherever he gets sent gets intervened and he runs off with more bounty hunters or something and gets in with the wrong people. But if he's just sent to some kind of like prison facility or something where he can just be around bad people and be molded to be a bad person, then I think that's just a society failure, So, but he did orchestrate an explosion. I do have to remember that. Like, that ship went down, and he worked with Aura Singh to execute everyone on there. Now, like I said, I don't think he wanted to execute all those clones that were on that ship and everything that we saw last episode after it was crashed, but he was still complicit with it, so I do understand that aspect. But he's also a kid, and he's shown he's, like, apprehensive to killing, so I think that's one of those things where we need to try to redeem him. Not, if you push, you're just gonna turn him into a killing bounty hunter in the future, So, I don't know. But it is what it is. Great episode, loved it. That's the end of Season 2 as well, so we're going to be moving on to... I wonder, what are we watching first? Are we going right into the start of Season... I think we've already seen some Season 3, haven't we? So, we are going to be going into Season 3, Episode 5 next. Season 3, Episode 1, we already watched that. That was Clone Cadets. Yeah, that was the... If I remember based off that name, that was the one, like, the clones learning how to, like, training and stuff, right? I believe. That was a pretty good one. But yeah, we're going to be jumping right into Season 3, Episode 5. We're going to watch 6, 7, and then we go back to 2. And then we go to 4. Yeah, we're going to be jumping around a lot. And then we get to watch the last episode of Season 1, 1X22. I forgot we never even seen 1X22. Damn. Yeah, we're going to be jumping around a lot coming up here. But then we, like, after this next big jump around point, we're then going to be good to, like, pump for a while, it looks like. What was that? 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 of Season 3. So, like, at one point, we're going to just chug through the rest of Season 3 once we hit that point. And then we're going to get into Season 4, which we watch all of Season 4? I think we watch all of Season 4 back to back. I don't think there's any jumping around in Season 4. Season 5, we don't watch the first episode, but then we watch 2 through 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We watch 2 through 13, and then we watch the first episode of Season 5, and then it looks like we watch to 5X20. Oh, that looks like that's it for that season. It's only 20 episodes that season? Or did we already watch the other 2 before? I think that's it for that season. Yeah, so not too much more jumping around. Looks like season 6 and 7 only have like 13 and 12 episodes as well, so looks like we jump around a bit in season 7. Season 6 looks like it's just a straight watch through though. Yeah, so cool. Alright, I just wanted to check on that. But yeah, we're gonna have a whole bunch of jumping around coming up here, so be ready for that with the order that I'm watching this in. I know we're still like, we just finished season 2, and we have 7 seasons. Some of them are, like I said, some of those later ones are shorter, so they'll go a little quicker. It's crazy that, like, looking at that list, it doesn't feel like all that much, but because I only watch one a week, it's still gonna be a while before we finish. But I look forward to, I mean, I've been loving this, don't get me wrong, but I'm also excited to, like, get into some of the other stuff. I mentioned during this video that I talked to my friends and said how I'm excited to watch Ahsoka. I don't know if it's any good. I think I've heard it's pretty decent, but we've just seen so much Ahsoka, and I think that other Ahsoka is her as an adult, and I think that would be really cool to see. I hope it's her as an adult. If it's her as a kid, I might not be as excited, but I feel like it's her as an adult, or it should be anyway. I'd hope so, and I think that could be really exciting. So anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. This is a really good episode. I enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see 2 more episodes ahead through the early access tier. There's also Patreon shows on there. If you want to see some content that isn't even released to YouTube yet, there's a whole bunch on there, so check it out. Links in the description should be popping up on the screen, and I will see you guys in my future reactions. Bye-bye.